Hello everyone, welcome you all. I welcome you all to the second lecture of this course. So if you have not seen the first lesson, I'll recommend first go and watch that lesson and then come to this one because most of the concept I have discussed in the first lesson only. So first lesson I stopped at the concept of odd day. I just brief about the odd days and then the lesson I stopped there, and in this lesson I'm going to continue the concept of odd day thoroughly. Okay, so just let me start the lesson very quickly so that we can have more discussion on this. See, in the first lesson we saw that odd days are those days that can be found with the help of dividing any number by 7. Let's suppose if we have n number of days and we want to find how many odd days are there in n days. So I will divide n by 7, and whatever remainder I am going to get, that will give me the number of odd days. And I also discussed that odd days cannot go beyond 6 and cannot be less than 0. So odd days always lie between 0 to 6. Okay, it can be minimum 0 and can be maximum 6. So odd days lie between 0 to 6. Okay, so what is the importance of odd day? Why we have discussing, why I have been stressing more on odd day, that we are going to see in this course. See, if suppose I ask you one question, the question is, let's suppose today is Monday. Okay, I give you that if today is Monday, so what will be there, what day will be there after 15 days? What day will be there after 15 days? So you just quickly answer me this question with the help of odd day only. So after 15 days, if you want to find what day will be there, so 15, how many days are there? 15 days. Now you need to find how many odd days are there in 15 days. Okay, how many odd days are there in 15 days? So how you will find? You will divide 15 by 7. You will get remainder as 1. So there is one odd day in 15 days. If you get one odd day, just add 1 to your this question. Okay, just add 1 to Monday. If you add 1 to Monday, you are going to get Tuesday as your answer. So what day will be there after 15 days? So answer is Tuesday. Isn't it very simple to find? See, if number of days have been given to you and you need to find what day will be there after these many days, just divide it by 7, get the remainder and add your remainder to the given date, and you will get the answer. Okay, let's take another example. Let's suppose if I give you, if today is Wednesday, so what day will be there after 100 days? After 100 days. So what day will be there after 100 days? If you need to find this, so what you will do, you will divide 100 by 7. You will check the number of odd days. If you divide 100 by 7, what remainder you are going to get? You will get remainder as 2. You can check. So 2 odd days will be there. Okay, so this is the way of finding the odd day. So in 100 days, there will be 2 odd days. So just add 2 to your Wednesday. If you add 2 to Wednesday, your answer will be Thursday and then Friday. So answer is Friday. It will be Friday. You know how to add. Let's suppose if there is Wednesday given, how to add 2 to this Wednesday, then Thursday. If you add 1, it will be Thursday. If you add 1 again, it will be Friday. So in this way, you need to add. So Friday is your answer. Okay, most of you might get confused by this word after. So most of you might be thinking Friday is not a correct answer. The correct answer is Saturday, because we need to find after 100 days. So let me clear you here. Do not confuse yourself. It is actually Friday. Okay, you will add 2 here and you will get the answer in this, because we do not see the days, we see according to the date. So most of the question that has been asked in SSC, and if you are going to solve by this concept only, then you get the correct answer. Otherwise, if you go by the English, like if you go by the word after, so you will say, so Saturday should be the correct answer, but that's not a correct answer. We do not go by the date, we go by the date here, and that's why I will recommend you to follow this thing only that I have been saying here. Okay, when the after word come here, just add the odd days directly. Like 1 odd day was there, I just added 1, I get the Tuesday here. In 100 days, I get 2 odd day, I just added 2, I get Friday here. Okay, let me give you another question here. Let's suppose this question is asked to you. If today is Friday, so what will be the 15th day? 15th day from today. Okay, if this question has been asked, the question is asked, what will be the 15th day from today? Okay, it's not given after 15 days. So let's suppose I discuss both of the things. I discuss both of the thing here so that confusion can be avoided. The first part of the question is what will be the 15th day from today, and the second part is what will be the day after 15 days. So you know the answer of this. After 15 day means you will just have one odd day. If you have one odd day, you will add 1 into Friday. If you add 1 into the Friday, your answer will be Saturday. Saturday will be your answer in this case. In the second case, your answer is Saturday. What should be the answer in this case? Obviously, if you are going to find the 15th day, it means you are going to find after 14 days. After 14 days. Make very sure that you do not confuse yourself here. If you are going to find the 15th day, so you are going to find after 14 days. 15th day will be after 14 days. So you need to find the number of odd days in 14. So how many odd days will be there in 14? If you divide 14 by 7, you get remainder as 0. So here the odd days are 0. If the odd days are 0, so if you add 0 to Friday, your answer will be Friday only. So here my answer is Friday, okay. In the first part, my answer is Friday. In the second part, my answer is Saturday. So this is the concept that we have been following in calendar. I think you should not confuse yourself by this word after and all. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Let me further discuss concepts of odd day. See, now this were the very basic things that we have been using with the help of odd day. If the major question I'm going to discuss about, so I'll start from here. I have divided the year into two parts, isn't it? We all know that we have two category of year, that is ordinary year and we have leap year, isn't it? So in ordinary year we have 365 days, in leap year we have 366 days. Let's suppose I'm interested in finding the odd days in an ordinary year. So how many odd days will be there in an ordinary year? If I'm interested to find this, so what we will do, again we will divide 365 by 7 and we check that remainder is 1. The remainder is 1, so there will be one odd day in an ordinary year. Okay, you just divide 365 by 7, you get remainder as 1. So there is one odd day in an ordinary year. Okay, so if I'm going to find the odd days in a leap year, similarly I will divide 366 by 7, and when I divide 366 by 7, I get remainder as 2. So I will be having 2 odd day in a leap year. So what is the use of this? You will ask why you are learning all this thing, why you are learning the odd day concept in an ordinary year, in a leap year. The answer for this question is this. See, if let's suppose I'm going to ask the question like this, if 1st January 2014 was Monday, let's suppose any random day I have given, okay, it might not be Monday according to the calendar, but let's suppose randomly I have given some reference I have taken. So 1st January 2014 is Monday. So what will be the 1st January 2015? So you will be able to answer it without using the calendar. Within seconds, you will be able to answer these kind of questions. So what will be just after 1 year? See here two things can be there. If you are crossing 1 year, either you will be crossing an ordinary year or you will be crossing a leap year. Isn't it? Only two possibilities are there. If you are crossing 1 year time, so either you will be crossing an ordinary year or you will be crossing a leap year. So how we are going to check which year we are crossing? See, so the effect of leap comes only because of 29th Feb, isn't it? Because in leap we have 366 days, and why we have 366 days? Because here we have 29 days Feb. So this is the reference point. This is the reference point that we need to keep in mind. If in a particular year time you are crossing this 29th February, then you will say you are crossing a leap year. And if you are not crossing 29th Feb, then you are crossing an ordinary year. It's simple. I repeat myself what I'm saying. Please stress here more. If you are crossing a time, let's suppose you are crossing a 1 year time, and in that 1 year time, if you are crossing the 29th Feb, then you are crossing the leap year. If you are not crossing the 29th Feb, then you are crossing an ordinary year simply. So I don't think it will be very clear to you from here. I need to discuss more examples so that I can make you clear in this one. So see, try to understand this example. Okay. So I have been saying that this 1st Jan 14 is Monday. So what will be the answer for 1st Jan 15? So what you need to check, you are crossing 1 year here from 1st Jan 14 to 1st Jan 15. So you need to check which year February you are crossing. Okay, which year February you are crossing. So you are crossing the February of 2014, isn't it? You are crossing the fab of 2014. When you are going from 1st Jan 14 to 1st Jan 15, so which year February you are crossing? So you are crossing the February of 2014, isn't it? From 1st Jan 14, you will go to the 1st Feb 14, then 1st March 14, then 1st April 14, and so on. And at the end, you will come to the 1st December 14, and then 1st Jan 15. So from 1st Jan 14 to 1st Jan 15, when you are traveling in this time, you are crossing this. You are crossing the February of 14, and February of 14 is ordinary. Okay, it is ordinary. February of 14 is ordinary because 14 is an ordinary year, it's not leap year. So when you are crossing an ordinary year, you will just add 1 here, because in an ordinary year we have one odd day. Here I have discussed, in an ordinary year we have one odd day. So when we have one odd day in an ordinary year, I will just add 1 to Monday, and the answer for my question will be Tuesday. I hope it's simple to understand. It's not very difficult. It's not very rocket science. But the thing is, you need to check whether which year February you are crossing. If you are crossing the February of 14, it's ordinary. Let's suppose you were crossing the February of 2016. So it will be a leap. So you will add 2 here. Okay. So let me discuss more example so that it becomes very clear to you. I'm removing this now. See. If I take another example that makes you very clear again, so see, let's suppose I take the example like this. If 1st January, if I give like 1st January 2007 is, let's suppose, Tuesday. Okay, 1st Jan 2007 is Tuesday, and I ask you what will be the date of 1st Jan 2008. What will be the day of 1st Jan 2008? Again, see, you just need to check which year February you are crossing. If you are going from 1st Jan 7 to 1st Jan 8, so 1st January 7 to 1st January 8, if I am going, I will be somewhere crossing the February of 2007 only. I will be crossing the February of 2007 only. So February of 2007 is whether ordinary or leap. So we can check the 2007 is an ordinary year. So if you are crossing ordinary year, you will just add 1 to this, because in one ordinary year there is one odd day. So you will add 1. So the answer for this question will be Tuesday plus 1, that is Wednesday. Okay, so the answer for this question will be Wednesday. So I hope now you do not have more confusion in this. Let me discuss more examples here again. See, if I take this kind of question, if I take, we have 27th March 2005, and this is, let's suppose, given to you as Saturday. Let's suppose it's given Saturday. I ask you the question for 27th March. Okay, 27th March 2007. Let's suppose. Okay, I've taken the gap of 2 years now. See, it's very simple again. You need to just check which year February you have been crossing. So from 5 to 7 you are going. So somewhere between you will be coming to the 27th March 2006. Isn't it? From 5 to 6 you will come, then 6 to 7 you will come, and in this way you will get the answer. So when you are coming from 5 to 6, you need to say which year February you will be crossing. See here, when you are traveling from 27th March 2005 to 27th March 2006, so here you will be crossing the Feb of 2006. Isn't it? Keep in mind, you are crossing the Feb of 2006, because Feb of 2000 March has been already crossed. You are not starting from there. You are starting from 27th March. You are starting from the month of March. So after March, it will be April, May, June, and so on. And when you come to 2006, so you will be crossing like January of 2006, then February of 2006, and then you will come to the March of 2006. So in this way, you are crossing the February of 2006. And February of 2006 is an ordinary, so you will add 1 here. You just crossed 1 year, you added 1. When you are traveling from 6 to 7, again you will be crossing the February of 2007. Isn't it? Because here from 2006 to 7, when I'm traveling, I will be crossing the February of 7 only, and February of 7 again is an ordinary, so I will add 1 here also. So total 2 odd days had been added. When I'm coming from 5 to 7, the 2 odd days has been added, and that's why my answer will be Saturday plus 2. Saturday plus 2 will be Monday. So that's your answer for this question. Okay, so I hope this is being clear to you. Let's take another example again to reinforce the concept. Let's suppose I take the example like this. It's 1st April 2007 is 1st April 2007. Let's suppose I again taken Tuesday, and I ask you what will be the answer for 1st April 2009. So what day will be on 1st April 2009? So I think you will stop the video, you will pause the video and get the answer by yourself so that you can get it easily. So see, the concept for this will be very simple again. You need to go one by one. You just need to go one by one. I write here again, 1st April I have given, 1st April 2007 I have given. So from 1st April 7 I will go to the 1st April 2008, and then from 8 to I will go 2009. 1st April 2009. This we need to find, and this is given to me as Tuesday. This is given to me as Tuesday. So from 1st April 2007, so 1st April 2008, when you are crossing this 1 year time, which year February you are crossing? You just need to check quickly now. Okay, very quickly you need to check. You need not to write all this thing, but mentally you need to check all these things. So mentally you will check that you are crossing the Feb of 2008. You're crossing the Feb of 2008, isn't it? Because you're starting from April. When you're starting from April, so you will come to the May 2007, you will come to the June 2007, and so on. Then you will come to December 2007, then January 2008, February 2008. So you will be crossing February 2008 here, and Feb of 2008 is a leap year, and that's why you will add 2 here, isn't it? Because when you cross a leap year, there is a 2-day difference, or there is 2 odd day in a leap year. Okay, now when you are crossing from 8 to 9, when you're coming from 8 to 9, you are crossing the Feb of 2009. And Feb of 2009 is an ordinary year, so you will add 1 to this. So total you are adding 3 days. So in Tuesday, if you add 3, your answer will be like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Friday is your answer for this question. Now I hope the idea is very clear to you. I have discussed a variety of questions in this. So whenever you are crossing some multiple days, you just need to check. When you are crossing the multiple years, you just need to check which year February you are crossing. If you are not crossing the February, you need not to worry about. Okay, if you are crossing the February, then you need to be worried about whether it is leap year February or an ordinary year February. So if it's a leap February, you will add 2. If it's ordinary February, you will just add 1 to it. Let me discuss a good question where confusion can be arise. Okay, let's suppose here I give you the question like this. 1st March 2016 is, let's suppose, Wednesday is given, and I ask you what will be the day on 1st March 2017. So most of you will be confused in this question if you are not listening me properly. If you are not listening the concept, so you will be again confused, because as soon as you see 2016, most of the students, what they do, they understand like March 16, so it's a leap year, so they add 2 here, but that's wrong. I told you the concept for this kind of question is you just need to check which year February you are crossing. So when I'm coming from March 16 to March 17, I will be crossing the February of 17. Because February of 16 is not taken in this time span. If you are dealing with this time span from March 16 to March 17, so after March 16, you will be like April 16, you will come to May 16, June 16. So February of 16 will not come into the picture. It is only the February of 17 that will come into the picture, and February of 17 is an ordinary February, and that's why you will just add 1 to this, and your answer will be Wednesday plus 1, that is Thursday. So I hope now this is clear to you. Let me discuss the different aspects of this odd day concept now. So this was all the picture that was clear to you. Now if I take another kind of question, let's suppose if I take the question like this. I have been taking the questions that are very near. I have taken the years that are very near, but let's suppose I take this kind of question. If I take like 1st April, or let's suppose I'm changing this, 15th April 2005 is given to you, let's suppose Monday. Okay, 15th April 2005 is given to you as Monday. So what will be the day on 15th April 2020. If this much gap is given, so how you will find the question? Let's suppose the gap is large. So how you are going to find the question? Again, you need not to worry about. You will not go one by one here. Obviously, here you cannot go one by one because from 5 to 20, if you are traveling one by one, you will be wasting more time. So there should be some sort technique. See, what is this technique? Try to understand. See, when we are going from 5 to 20, how many year difference is there from 5 to 20? So there are 15-year difference. Okay, there are 15-year difference. And in this 15 year, I just need to check how many years are ordinary and how many are leap. Okay, so you just need to check in this 15-year gap how many leap years will be there. So you need to count it. Okay, you just cannot divide 15 by 4 and get the answer. I see most of the time, if you get confused, you divide 15 by 4 and check the leap years. No, I am saying you need to check how many ordinary years are there and how many leap years are there in 15 years. So let's suppose I need to find how many leap years are there. So I will count it manually. Okay, don't try to find it by dividing by 4. You will always do mistake in the competitive exams because the questions are very tricky there. So you just try to calculate this manually, and this is very easy to calculate. From 5 to 20, how many leap years will be there? See, the first leap year after 5 will be 8. 2008 will be leap. Then if you add 4 year, 12 will be leap. After 12, 16 will be leap, and after 16, the 20 will be also leap. Okay, after 16, the 20 will be also leap because you are coming to 15th April 2020. So you are crossing the Feb of April. Okay, you are crossing the Feb of 2020, and that's why I will include 20 as well. So there are 4 year gap. Okay, sorry, there are 4 leap years total. There are 4 leap years total. So how many leap years are there? 4 leap years. So how many ordinary will be there? So there will be 11 ordinary years because we have total 15 years gap. From 15th April 5 to 15th April 2020, we have total 15 years gap. So 4 leap years are there. 8, 12, 16 and 20. These are the leap years between this time. So in one ordinary year, there is one odd day. So there will be 11 odd day plus in in one leap year, there are 2 odd days. So in 4 leap year, how many odd days will be there? So 8 odd days. So what I'm trying to get here, I'm getting the odd days. How many odd days are there in 15 years? And that is the whole concept actually. We are studying the odd day and we are studying the concept of odd day and the importance of odd day. So I just need to find how many odd days are there from 15th April 2005 to 15th April 2020. Okay, we need to find the odd days. So how many odd days are there? See, in an ordinary year, there is 1 odd day. So in 11 ordinary year, there will be 11 odd day. In 4 leap year, in every leap year, there is 2 odd days. So in 4 leap year, there will be 8 odd days. So this becomes 19 odd day. But odd day cannot be 19. It cannot be greater than 6. So what you will do, you will divide it by 7. So how many odd days you are going to get? 5. Okay. So whenever you are getting more than 6 odd days, just divide it by 7. Keep dividing it by 7 until you get a remainder that is between 0 to 6. Okay. So odd day cannot be greater than 6, as I said in my previous lecture also and this lecture also. So odd day is 19. So 19 I will again divide by 7. So the remainder is 5 here. So there will be 5 odd day total. There will be total 5 odd day. You add 5 to Monday, you get the answer. So if you add 5 to Monday, so this will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So Saturday is your answer for this question. I hope it will be clear. If not, you can ask me in the comment box. I will try to reply. See, I just revised the question again, how to solve this kind of question very quickly. See, when we have a very large gap, I need to tell from 5 to 20. So I see how many year difference is there. So we have 15 year difference total. Okay, so in 15 year difference, I need to find how many ordinary years are there and how many leap years are there. And these leap years I will count manually. So from 5 to 20, from 2005 to 20, how many leap are there? So 2008 will be the leap, then 12 will be leap, then again 16 will be leap, and 20 will be also leap. And why we are taking 20? Because we have crossed the time of 29 Feb. We have crossed the Feb. When we have crossed the Feb, then only I will count 20. If the Feb had not been crossed, let's suppose if the date here would have been like 1st Jan, or let's suppose it is 21st Jan 2020. So I will not be counting 2020 as a leap because I have not crossed the February here. Okay. So in that case, I will not be taking 20 here, but I am counting 20 here just because I have crossed the February. So when I have crossed the February, I am counting 20 also. There are total 4 leap years. There are total 4 leap years. So if 4 leap years, out of 15, 4 are leap, so 11 will be ordinary. So in one ordinary year, there is 1 odd day, so 11 odd day. In 4 leap year, there will be 8 odd days. So total 11 plus 8, 19 odd days. 19 divided by 7, there will be 5 odd day actually, because odd day cannot be greater than 6. So I just add 5 to my question and I get the answer as Saturday. Okay, so this is one of the way. There can be shorter way as well. There can be shortened way as well. Let me tell you very quickly. You can avoid all these things if you just want to avoid this. See, few things you can avoid, few things you can directly calculate when you have the idea, when you are clear with the idea. Few things you can directly calculate. Like again, if I see the difference from 5 to 20, we have 15-year difference, isn't it? We have 15-year difference. And how many leap years are there? So there are 4 leap years. You just add 4 to this 15, your answer is 19 for odd day. So you directly get the odd day. And this is not a rocket science again. How we are getting this? Because we have 15 total year gap. We have 15-year gap total. And each year will be having 1 odd day. But we have 4 leap years in this. In 15, we have 4 leap year. So every leap year will have 1 extra odd day, isn't it? Because leap year are having 2 odd day. So 4 leap years, so 4 extra odd days. So I will add 15 plus 4, the answer is 19. So 19 odd day cannot be there, so I will divide 19 by 7, so I get 5. And as soon as you get 5, you add 5 here, you get your answer. Okay, so this technique you will apply. Let me give you another question here and you try it by yourself. Let's suppose I give you a question like this. If I give like 26 August 2002, let's suppose Saturday. So what will be the day on 26th August 2015? Let's suppose I can give you the question like this, and you try it by yourself. Pause the video and try to do it by yourself. Then see the solution. See, if I need to calculate this, what I will try to do, I just find the difference of the year. How many difference are there? So from 2 to 15, there are 13 years difference. Okay, total 13-year difference. Now I will quickly solve this question. 13-year difference. I just need to count how many leaps are there. Okay, so from 2 to 15, how many leaps are there? The 4 will be 2004 will be leap. Then after 4, if you add 4, 2008. Then after 8, it will be 12. And then 12, the next will be 16. So 16 is not coming under my time span. So only 3 leap years are there, isn't it? Only 3 leap years are there. But from 2002 to 2015, only 3 leap years are there. That is 4, 8, and 12. So you just add 3 to this. So 13 plus 3, this is 16. 16 cannot be the odd day, so I will divide by 7. I get 2 odd days. I get 2 odd days. So you just add 2 to your Saturday. If you add 2 to Saturday, it will be Sunday and Monday. So Monday is your answer for this question. So I hope the idea is clear how to solve the question when we have a large gap between the years. Okay. Now I'm going to the last category of question where we have the difference in month as well and difference in the year as well. So how to proceed these kind of question, how to solve that kind of question, we are going to learn. See, let's suppose I'll give you the question like this. I give you the question like, if the 15th of August 2015 is Monday, let's suppose. Okay, so I ask you what will be the time on let's suppose 28th October 2017. What will be the day on 28th October 2017? So I think some of you might get the idea now. What do you need to do here? Actually, you need to find the total odd days. What is the total odd day between 15th August 2015 to 28th October 2017? That is the actually idea. That is the whole idea behind it, because we have been learning the odd days. So how to solve this kind of question? See, first what you will do, first you will go from 15th August 15 to 15th August 16, then 16 to 17. First you will find the 15th August 17. Okay, so now very quickly we are going to solve this kind of question because we have the practice. If it is given as Monday, so what will be the answer for 15th August 2017? So from 15 to 16, when you are going, you are crossing the February of 16. So February of 16 will be 2 because it's a leap. February of 16 is a leap. Okay, now I'm not going to explain in detail because we have done a lot of questions here. So from 15 to 16, when I'm going and I'm crossing the August 15 to August 16, so in between somewhere I will be crossing the February of 16, isn't it? So that is leap, and that's why +2. Here I will be adding +1 because I will cross the Feb of 17. So Feb of 17 will be an ordinary, and that's why +1. So total +3. So in Monday, if I add 3, so it will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I get the answer like 15th August 2017 is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's Thursday. Okay, it is clear. So I got the answer for this question. I just got the answer for the question like 15th August 17 is Thursday. But this was not actually asked. The question was asked, what will be the day on 28th October 2017? So now I need to go from 15th August 17 to 28th October 2017. I need to find the day on this date. So how you will go? See, from August to 17, I need to go, and in the same year, it's 1717. So I will just write August here, then September, then October. In August, I have crossed 15 days. I already know the day of 15th August. I already know the day of 15th August. So how many days are left in August? So August is of 31 days. August month is of 31 days. So how many days are left? So 16 days are left in August. Okay. September is of 30 days. September is of 30 days, and October I need to go up to 28. So I will write 28 completely. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to go from 15th August to 28th October. So I just need to find how many days are there. So 16 days are remaining in August. So I have written here 16 days are remaining in August. September is of 30 days, and October I need to go up to 28. So I will take 28. Up to 28 I will count. Okay, and here only 16 days because it is of 31 days. August is of 31 days. 15th is already known. So 16 days are remaining. So you just find the odd days in these months. So in 16, how many odd days will be there? 2 odd days. In 30, how many odd days will be there? 2 odd days. In 28, how many odd days will be there? 0 odd days. So total 2 plus 2 plus 0 is nothing but 4. So there are total 4 odd days. So when you are traveling from 15th August 16 to 28th October 2017, so there are 4 odd days. So you will add 4 to your Thursday. If you add 4 to the Thursday, the answer will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So the Monday is the answer for this question. This is the answer for this question. I hope the idea is very clear here. It's not like I'm discussing something that is beyond your understanding level. So if you are learning me, if you're listening me properly, I think you will be getting the idea. So this kind of question can be solved in this way only. So more you practice, more quickly you can get the answer. Okay, let me discuss one last question of this time, where if you have any confusion that can be avoided. Let's suppose I give you a question like this. 11th June 2003, let's suppose this time I taken Thursday. Okay, it is given to you. See, I'm not giving according to the calendar, I'm just giving a random question. It is known as reference calendar question. These type of questions are known as reference calendar questions. So these are the randomly created questions, but this will be asked in exam. This is the important kind of question that are asked in the competitive exams and the placements. So if 11th June 2003 is Thursday, so what will be the day on, let's suppose I am interested in finding the day on 15th September 2005. So what is the day on 15th September 2005? I'm interested in finding this thing. Again, I have changed the date, I have changed the month, I have changed the year. So now quickly I'm going to explain this question because we have been doing this for a long time now. So 11th June 2003. So I will go to 2003 to 2004, then 4 to 2005 I will go. So I'm coming to same date, 11th June 2005. Okay, 11th June 2005. So from 3 to 4 when I go, I will be crossing the February of 2004, and that's why it's a leap. I will add 2. From 4 to 5 when I'm coming, from 11th June 2004 to 11th June 2005 when I'm coming, I will be crossing the February of 2005, and that's a ordinary year. So 2005 is ordinary, so I will just add 1. So I'm adding 3 here. So this was Thursday. In Thursday, if you add 3, so this will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this is coming out to be Sunday. So 11th June 2005 is Sunday. Okay, if you add 3, it is Sunday. Thursday, then if I add 3, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, it's a Sunday. Okay. Now I need to find if 11 June 2005 is Sunday, what will be day on 15 September 2005. So I just need to check how many odd days are there between these two now. So how you going to proceed? See, I'm from June. I have to go from June to July, then August, and then I have to come up to September. So in June, I already know the 11th June. Okay, so how many days are remaining? So June is of 30 days. We all know that June is of 30 days. So how many days are remaining? That is 19 days remaining in June. Okay, so July is of 31 days. August is again of 31 days. And September, I need to go up to 15. I need to find the September up to 15. So I will count up to 15. So these are the days between 11th June 2005 to 15 September 2005. But I'm interested in odd day only. So I will calculate the odd day. So you know how to calculate the odd day, just divide by 7 and check the remainder. So the remainder is 5 here, remainder is 3 here, 3 here, and 1 here. Okay, so 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 1, 12. So it is 12. So again, 12 cannot be odd day because odd day cannot be greater than 7. So I divide it 7 again, I divide by 7 again, so I get remainder as 5. So 5 is my total odd day. Okay. So it may be 0 odd date, maybe 1 odd date, maybe 2 odd day, whatever. So you just add 5 here. If you add 5 in Sunday, you are going to get Friday. You forget to get Friday, so Friday is your answer for this question. See, in Sunday you add 5, it will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and 5th day will be Friday. So Friday is the answer for this question, and I hope the idea is clear to all. So this was all in this question, and next video I will discuss further questions on odd day and beyond this. Okay, so thank you for listening me.